What is heathens? Hopefully my mic is working. Rev Avi checking in live for the Magic Quarantine Talk from my wife's account because I don't know how to stay out of Facebook jail. What's up, people? Better late than never, right? I am here today. What's going on? I'm going to give people a chance to get on here. We will get started with our talk for this evening. What's up? I don't even know who that is. Hello, new person I've never seen before. What's going on? So, it's Emily. What's up? Tag some people if you are friends with them, guys, so we can get some people on here, try to have an interesting dialogue. Let's try to have some fun tonight, all right? So, tonight, I am going to give a very simple and basic outline for a high magic ritual, okay? So, I gave some basic examples of how to do stuff with low magic type stuff and, burning sigils or paper or stuff, something like that. Tonight, I'm going to give you an example, a very simple example of how you can conduct your very own high magic ritual. So this is going to be very, very cool. Hopefully, you guys could put something together to do during this special time because it is the autumnal equinox. Yeah, so today through the next couple of days or so is the autumnal equinox. So this is a perfect time to do a high magic ritual if you've never done one before. So I'm going to give you a very basic example of how you can put one together, okay? Simple example of how you can get one together, put something together, and do something special, all right? So I'll give people a chance to get on here, and then we'll get started. And a happy fall equinox to you too, Emily. What's up? So if you're friends with people, tag them. If you're friends with Rhino, Danielle, Steven, one of the other admins, something like that, tag them so we can get those guys on here because I don't even think they know I'm doing a live. I kind of just snuck on late, but I am here. Okay? I would have Brand do it, but of course my account is locked down, so I can't do it. Neither one of us are capable because I'm using her phone and mine is incapable of tagging folks.
Facebook jails.
Quiet, you. You're not allowed to judge me. So, whoa. Cool. All right. So, with that said, have you ever done a high magic ritual before? Emily, I see you're on here. Somebody else is watching, but I don't know who that is. But yeah, have you ever done a high magic ritual before? Hit the like button or something. Cool. So, let me look at some of these comments back here. Oh, it's just you, Emily. Cool. I don't know how slow or fast the comments are working, but I'll give it a few minutes and then I'll just get started and people will jump on as we go. Swipe it to the side. Yeah. Cool. What's up? What's up? I don't know who else that is, but what is going on? So, if you've never done a high magic ritual before, you might want to grab a notebook, grab your book of shadows or something, and take a few notes. This is going to be a very simple way to put a high magic ritual together. Put something together if you've never done it before, okay? For those of you who have done it before, hopefully you'll still find some value here too. What's up, Rowdy? What's up, brother? So cool. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about this a little bit, okay? So I've covered how to do a simple sort of low magic type of ritual, right? Get your sigil, your candle. We're gonna put intent into that thing. We're gonna make a few copies, burn one, keep one, something along those lines, right? So here's how to do your very own high magic ritual. That you can do this for the equinox, any type of important celebration or holiday that's coming up. You can use it for that. Okay. So here we go. What you need to do is set up your ritual space ahead of time, okay? You want to set up your altar and whatnot ahead of time. You're going to pick a direction to face. Now, normally, for me, I usually just go with south or west, okay? West because I like the frequency of night. So if you're more of a day person, go with east, okay? South is the direction of fire, and I'm an Aries, so that is my element. So I usually face south or west. Pick a direction that corresponds with you, or a direction that corresponds with the frequency that you want to connect with. Okay, face that direction. Um, so set up your altar ahead of time. Get some candles, your incense, all that stuff. Plan ahead. Okay, set that room up. So how do you conduct a ritual? Basically, you're going to have everything set up ahead of time and leave the area. First thing you want to do is enter your space. That's step one. Okay, enter the space. Okay, step two is going to be to cast the cone of power. So you're going to create your magic circle or your cone of power. This can be done by either walking in a circle 9 times or whatever correspondence you like. I personally like 9, so I go in a counterclockwise circle 9 times. Okay, and then I face each of the 4 directions and I call to the 4 winds. This is known as calling the 4 winds or the 4 watchtowers. And I call to those 4 directions. Now you could use a spirit name if you want to, or you could just call or conjure in the powers from that direction. Okay, so face all 4 directions, and call your corners, ending, of course, facing your altar. All right, that's the opening. So that's step 2. That's your opening, casting your cone of power. The third thing you're going to do, okay, you should have your sigils and stuff already set aside or ahead of time. If you have a specific goal, okay, you want to envision that goal, but you want to do this after you go into a deep meditative trance. So you need to go into a trance state and envision your goal. You need to see it as though it is already manifested. If you want to try to contact some type of entity or something like that, this is the time to connect with it during this time with the sigil once you get into deep trance. And then you're going to do your calling, okay? So after you get in your deep trance state, you want to do your calling, and this is where you do your summoning or your specific spells to have the spirit manifest, or the thing that you want manifest, or whatever you're aiming for, okay? After you go through that process of calling, you then are going to state the outcome. I have this thing is done, whatever it is, so it is done. It's absolutely done at this point, okay? Then you're going to close out your ritual by blowing out your candles, putting out your incense so you don't set your house on fire, okay? And then you're going to, you should be in pretty much complete darkness at this point, depending on how you work. And then you're just going to leave the ritual space completely and go celebrate somewhere else. So you usually have a drinks and be merry after a high ritual, okay? And then after you take about 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time to separate yourself from the ritual, you do your cleanup. I'll say, okay, so cleanup always happens later, not directly after the ritual, because you have to separate your mind from the work in order for it to be successful. All right? So those are the steps. All right, those are the steps to doing your very own high magic ritual, to setting it up and getting it done. So in that space where you're going into deep trance and stuff like that, if you're, if you like to delve into sex magic type stuff like I do, that will be the time for that. During the summoning section, you would engage in the sexual acts, and of course, do your summoning or conjuring or whatever at that point. Okay. So I'm going to shut up for a few minutes and see if there are some questions. Hang on. Let me scoot a little closer. I can't believe this cigarette's still lit. Magic. Yeah, I wonder if you can hear the kids killing each other in the other room. um, Rowdy, Black Mass is most powerful. Meh. Um, my altar has a picture of David Bowie in the middle. Cool. You have to be naked, right? No, you don't have to be naked, man. Um, you can do rituals in whatever you're wearing. You don't have to put on some crazy robe or anything like that. It's really about you. Emily says, do you have a caster name? You don't have to tell me. I'm protective of my caster name. I do have a caster name. I'm not super protective of it. I say it every time I get on this live. I go by the Lomastre Aviani Dracanis, or for short, Rev Avi. Okay? So I don't hide my caster name or anything like that. I'm not scared of anybody's juju. What's up, Destiny? What's up, girl? But yeah, so hopefully that was helpful. I've talked for like 18 minutes, so or so, 10 minutes or so maybe, because I was kind of late. But hopefully that was helpful. That's an example of how to do a basic type High Magick Ritual. Okay, so the steps are pretty simple. I'll go over them again in case you're taking notes and you didn't get it the first time. So step one is to enter the ritual chamber. Of course, you want to have everything set up ahead of time. Enter the ritual chamber. Step two, cast the cone of power. Okay, so that means you're going to walk your circle counterclockwise 9 times is what I like to do. Then you're going to face the 4 directions and do your summoning into the space. Summon your power or your deity energy. You want to get into the God space, your powerful space. Get your own feeling of power. Okay, in your own space. That's the point of summoning your cone of power. And then after that, you want to go into a deep trance state. This is going to be step three. Go into a deep trance state, and then once you get into the trance state, you're going to do your summoning. So, like I said, if you're doing sex magic or something like that, after you get into the deep trance state, that's where the sex happens. You're summoning and whatever happens, and then you're going to state your goals, state your goals, state your purpose, state what you want to occur. Okay, so this is part of the summoning. But this is also going towards the ending. So basically, you're going to state the thing as if it has already occurred. Okay, I already have this thing. This is happening right now, so it is done. Okay, and then you want to extinguish your candles and whatnot, and you can leave your space. All right, and separate yourself from the ritual itself. So normally, if you do a high magical working or something like that, you really want to take your time and get involved in it. It should take somewhere around the space of between maybe 20 to 35 minutes or so. If you're really engaging and you're doing a deep sort of ritual. Now, a longer one can take hours, depending on how long you want to be in there and you do your meditations and stuff. Okay. Emma says my caster name has been used against me. Yeah. Well, I don't believe in that type of stuff. So, uh, Rowdy, what do you do for prep? Do you psych yourself up? For prep, I normally like this is all preparing ahead of time. So I'm thinking ahead of time. I'm planning ahead of time. So I have spirits that I've already looked into, or like certain entities or deities that I want to contact ahead of time. I've thought about the things I'm going to vibrate and say, and how I want the process to occur. So this sort of beforehand indulgence or prepping is how I psych myself up. And then before the ritual, I'll normally, smoke a little herb or, engage in whatever sacred sacraments ahead of time to try to be in the state of mind when I actually perform the ritual. Okay, so that's how I usually prep myself before I enter the chamber. What's up, Rhino? I see in my peeps coming through. What's up, Jason? What's up? So yeah, I mean, we are doing having the autumnal equinox right now between today and the 23rd is the autumnal equinox. So it's a great time for high magic rituals if you've never done them before. My favorite type of magic and the most powerful magic there is of course sex magic. So I mean, if you have a partner that you can practice with, I say go ahead and indulge. This is the time to indulge. Okay. Satanism, left hand pass, Luciferianism, all this left hand pass stuff is about indulgence and not abstinence. And now is that time. What's up, Steven? I see you checking in, guys. What's up? So, yeah, I'm going to jump off subject just a little bit because I'm kind of excited about the stuff that came in the mail today. So, I've been talking about this, the Life Force Saber, over and over and over, a lot. And this is the very first one. This is like my prototype, my demo. I put this thing through hell. I whacked it against stuff. I threw it through the yard. I gave it the business. Okay, and when all was said and done, this is the final design. I added some stuff. The original videos had I had the sword tips, which I did get a couple more of those, but I would only recommend sword tips if you're not planning on doing like actual sword fighting or whacking it really hard against stuff, because you can break those loose. Even though I cement them on, those can come loose. So my recommendation for everyone is to get the rubber ends. So I'm going to replace those sword tips with a more rounded tip, and I will show them to you. They're going to be a more rounded tip. Oh, they're behind me. So they're going to have a more of a rounded tip so you can't break them off. And then I'm going to make sure everyone gets the rubber covering, okay, to go on the end of your sword. And that's going to keep it from breaking, help it be very, very durable, and last quite a long time. So there's two types of tips I have in this bag here. Hopefully you can see them with this crazy light glare. You probably can't, but there we go. That's the sword tip I had originally. And then I'm just going to open it up. What the hell? And then this is one of the rounded tips that goes on the end of the sabers, okay? So I got a bunch of blades in. All of that stuff arrived today. So I got a bunch of blades in. And I'm going to be making more sabers for people that would like one. But yeah, so we're going to have these rounded tips that go on the end like this. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. They go on the end like this instead of these tall, pointy guys that break off, okay? And then everybody gets the rubber ends. So I'll give you an option to either get clear rubber ends if you want to see the sword in, but still be able to practice and learn a lot of the techniques and spinning techniques and tricks and stuff like that I'm going to teach. You can still have the rubber ends in case you drop it, it won't break and stuff like that until you get a little bit more advanced, okay? So, now, let's see how many naughty jokes people cracked about the tips. Yeah, so, let's see. Asen, look who it is. You're like a ghost, motherfucker. Never on live. Graham Michelle, what's up? Yeah, you came just in time for the tips. Yeah. So, yeah, I did get a bunch of shipments of blades and stuff in today, so I'm waiting for some more grips. I have some very special ones that I kind of want to keep to myself because they're so cool. But I have these that arrived. I'm waiting for more grips and stuff to show up. Hang on. So these are really cool, and I like them so much. I kind of want to keep them for myself. But I got some Sith black skull grips. Okay. And it's these are really fucking cool. I'm sorry, these things are badass. So these are the black skull grips that I'm gonna put on and make a red I guess the red blood saber. I don't even know what I want to call it. The demon defender or something. I don't know, but it's got black skulls on it, and I'm gonna make a sword out of this one next. I think this is gonna be the next one I want. I kind of want to keep it for myself. It's that cool. But I'm waiting on some more grips and stuff to come in, and I'm gonna start making some custom swords. I've got people asking me for them, so just hold tight, guys. I'm getting supplies in, and I'm gonna start shipping swords out. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you should definitely get one of these. It's a great workout. It's very cool. It's very fun, and it's so therapeutic. I can't even describe how therapeutic it really is. Playing with one of these things. I mean, spinning with one of these things, exercising with one of these things it's amazing. Okay. As far as trance work and getting into deep states and having focus while moving, it's next to none. Okay. So cool. Get this out of your face. All right. So tonight's topic, we were talking about high magic rituals. I gave an example of how to do one. How to do a very simple, I gave a basic example of how to do a very simple high magic ritual. Set it up with whatever your personal deities are. You can work with whatever your personal spirits and stuff like that are, and try to draw up something very powerful during this time. Effort is the main thing, guys. Okay, practice and effort is the main thing. It doesn't really matter if you do everything perfect or if you plan everything exactly right. The most important thing is to practice. Okay, if you're not engaging, then you're never going to have any success. You got to understand that. The process of engaging is way more important than if you have success right away. Just keep trying. Okay. Right now. Remember, when naming a sword, there's plenty of Deathbringers and Stormcleavers. Nobody can live down failing to defend themselves from the fluffy tickle. Yeah, dude, I've been thinking of a fun name for this thing. I don't know. We're going to see. But yeah, so with that in mind, practice, guys. Try it. Give it a shot. Give it your best shot, especially those of you that have my book, Mesmerism. Okay, if you got the guys that have it and are reading through it and stuff, if you're not practicing this stuff, you're missing out. Okay, the coins I sent out are super duper awesome and next to none. I was just getting messages from people because I can't comment or anything in a group, but I'm getting messages from people and they're telling me about their experiences with having the coins on them and just showing it to people and how it fixates them and they're able to make stuff happen. And it's really, really cool, hearing people's feedback and hearing those stories and stuff like that. Okay. I think Steven shared something, and Rhino was telling me about something that happened to him. So it's really cool. If you guys aren't practicing this stuff and trying it, you have to give it a shot. Okay, you have to try it. At the end of the book, Mesmerism in particular, there is a chapter that's all about mastering magical language. Okay, so this is going to be how you literally speak to other people. Okay, so you can incorporate this into the natural way that you talk and have a unique way to influence and affect other people, even up to and including very impossible magical type stuff. All right. Free food if you use the coins right. Name your sword the bone picker. I feel like after all the tip jokes, I don't want to use anything with bone in it. Rhino, speaking of fluffy tickles, you're not being sexually assaulted in Facebook jail, are you? I'm no comment. Between you guys and dinging me at like fucking 2 in the morning on DM, I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah, look, it's my sister. What's up, London? Yeah, I don't know, man. But like I said, the best thing you can do is try. Okay, you got to put forward some effort and actually give it a shot. With all of this stuff. So I'm writing a new book. The Mastering the Tarot series is going to be going up. Everything's put together and arranged. I just got to get it all edited up and pop that video on. The last video is going to be going up, and then we're going to start on the Life Force Power stuff. Okay, which is going to be hopefully a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to make it not too boring because it is like Sifu Sensei meditation type stuff in the beginning. But once we get to the moving meditations and stuff, it should be a lot of fun. Okay. Plus, I want to see if people out there are gonna practice this stuff. And so I thought about this also. Since this was the original version and demo of the sword that I made, and I did manage to crack it doing some extra, crazy shit with it. I cracked it and re-glued it and blah 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 blah. But since this is the very first one, the original, and it's been used and it's got a little crack in it or whatnot, I figured since I'm gonna be making them, perhaps I will give this sword away for free. Okay, to one very lucky person. So perhaps I will just go ahead and mail this fucker out to one lucky person so they can follow along with the videos and get everything going. Okay. So that should be pretty cool. Yeah, dude, I was doing the most with it. I was just doing the most with it, whacking. I wanted to see how durable the fucking thing really was. And I guess when you I mean, I'm pretty strong, and I swung it like with as hard as I could, and fucking, I managed to crack like I was talking about those, the sword tips. Here we go back to the tips again. I managed to crack that fucking sword tip out of that bitch. And then, even though it was cemented, it just came off in one big piece. So I was like, I'm just gonna put rubber on both ends. That's the best way to stay safe. Is just to cover the whole thing in rubber. Rowdy, would you do a ritual on video? I already talked about this before. People were asking me to do rituals and stuff on video. I just think it's kind of redundant and weird. I mean, I don't really want to because you're just gonna watch me talk to myself, and that's just a little strange. And my rituals are super duper personal. So no, I really don't like recording my rituals. Now, I mean, you do know me in person, dude. So, I mean, if you're over here when I'm doing something, then that's that. You were kind of here for one of our fire offerings that night when we were out by the fire pit and stuff. So you got a little taste of what it's like when we sort of, deal with fire and do our fire offerings and stuff like that. So, you got a little taste of it, but it wasn't really like a ritual where I was doing an offering or trying to connect with something. So it's pretty close, but a little different. Okay. But you know me in person, dude. So if you're over here, then I mean, by all means, you guys can get involved. But I normally wouldn't record it for constant playback. I mean, it's kind of just silly. Um, he didn't protect his shaft well. Yeah, I know. We had to add the rubber on that tip. All right. So, gotta test the product, yeah, dude, because I have a bunch of kids, like I was saying, and kids are rough with shit. So I put it to the test. I made one of these, and I had the rubber on one end, and I gave it to the kids, and I gave it to the 2 year old, I gave it to the fucking 5 year old, I gave it to all my kids, I gave it to the 13 year old, let them beat it up, throw it around, whatever. And I mean, it's still working. Even after all that, it's still fucking working. It's waterproof. It's dirt, sand, everything proof. You know, as long as you got the two protectors on there, you're good to go. Like I said, you could drop this thing from about 30 feet and it's fucking fine. Okay. So cool. With that said, let's jump back on topic. So I asked how many people have performed a high magic ritual before. Since we got a few more people on here, let's see how many people have actually tried a high magic ritual or summoning or conjuring or something like that before. Huh. Let's see, Stephen. It only helps if you put a rubber up the shaft prior to use to prevent breaking. Yeah. Best part is these rubbers don't break. Can I have a smoke?
No.
No. What kind of stuff is this? Jared Killsby. What's up? First timer. Welcome to the Magic Quarantine Talk, man. What's going on? What's it for? Are we talking about the swords? If we're talking about the swords are a way to deal with PTSD, drama, depression. They are super duper cool fucking ritual props. They are a flow tool, so you can use this to as a performance tool, as a exercise tool, as a way to develop balance and equilibrium throughout your entire body. Okay. Not only that, it doubles as a cool walking stick, and if you have the force, it is also a lightsaber. Might be just the coolest, one of the coolest fucking things on the planet right here, man. I really love mine. I've been hanging on to this thing every day, carrying it around and doing stuff with it every day. I'm going to shoot some videos and show you some really awesome stuff you can do outside of just doing some regular spinning flow type stuff with it. There's some pretty cool tricks you can do with it too. So I'll be teaching tricks and stuff like that. And these are totally awesome. Okay. It's got 3 different modes. I've shown them off before. So this is a dimmer mode than what you saw at first. So it creates a more blue-like light when it's dimmer. And then it's gravity controlled. There's no hard buttons or anything like that to click. It's actually gravity controlled. So a little swing, it changes into flashing mode. And then a little swing, we're right back to bright mode. Okay? And then when you get all done, you stab your enemy in the ground. And you can use it like a Harry Potter wand or something like that. So super duper cool prop. I love it. I've been hanging on, like I said, hanging out with this thing every day, playing with it every day, and practicing pretty cool stuff. No. All right. So just hang on to your horses. Let me finish up. Like I said, I'm gonna get that Mastering the Terror video up, and then I will do some videos where I do some spinning stuff with the sword and show you what it's really capable of doing. Okay. Um, yeah, actually, I was hanging out with Rowdy, and I had him kind of learning how to spin it a little bit, and it takes some practice. You got to have some coordination, and this is where it really, it really helps you develop that type of stuff, coordination and balance, and all around just flexibility. It just really helps with a lot of that stuff. Not to mention if you do some contact, you do some striking moves with this thing, actual striking moves and stuff like that. It's gonna help you develop muscle and all of that stuff. So Steven says he's been in those quite a bit. He loves high magic rituals. That was the question. Cool. So I didn't get a whole lot of people saying that they have been involved in any type of high magic ritual, and that's fine. Like I said, not everybody has. Not everybody knows what to do, or has an idea of how to engage in that. If you do want some instructions. I've written my first book, Semita Diorum, is the first book I wrote is all about ritual magic. The second book that I wrote is called Mesmerism, The True Powers of the Witch. And that one covers specifically how to master the art of trance, okay? How to put yourself in a trance, how to put someone else in a trance. It's all about mastering trance. The phenomena that you can produce, all of that sort of stuff is in there. Everything I write is from a scientific point of view, so it's not a lot of dogma and backstories into spirits and stuff like that. Samina Diorum does have like a goetic section that goes over the spirits, but that's about it. Everything else is based on science. And then my third book, which I'm really excited to be writing, is going to be titled Demonism. And this book is going to be about vampiric and demonic seductive sorcery. So it's going to be all about sex magic. Okay? It's going to be all about sex magic. What's up, Astara? Jumping in at the end. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up early because my wife is looking at me like, oh my God, stop talking. She's going to play it off now, but she's got to get up early for work, so I was going to kind of cut it short, but I'll open up for a few more questions since she's in denial. Thank you, Lovey. Okay. Don't throw anything, and we'll stay in love. So yeah, let me show you it. I might as well do this since I'm on here. These are probably backwards, but Mesmerism, The True Powers of the Witch. Highly, highly recommended by everyone who owns a copy of this book. There is no other occult book on the market at all like this book. And this is Semita Diorum, The True Powers. I'm sorry. Wow, I am really stoned. Semita Diorum, Magic Demystified. This is going to go over ritual magic. It's like a dictionary on magic spells and ritual work. Okay, and working with spirits. So the two of these, you should be able to conquer just about everything that you could think of encountering in a ritual chamber. Okay, outside of the kinky sexual stuff, which is going to be in my next book. Stephen, in his fourth book, The Way of the Sith, The Path of Power Life Force Saber Series 1. Hey, don't be reading my mind, man. But honestly, that's honestly what I was thinking about for the fourth book was something like that, you know. But not lame like that. Not lame Sith power, life force, life.
Hello, Facebook peoples.
Not Star Wars power people, but this is going to be about exercise, okay, fitness, exercise, trance, okay, trance work. And for those of you that do have a desire to have a skill that you could make real money with, perhaps teaching or performing, you could use this for that too. Or you could just look like a badass as we go to the Life Force Saber badass training series, Life Force Power series. All right. The Way of the Sith. Oh my God, I just can't. Where's my super suit? It's funny because I think we just got a request for a show booking today, and they're like, it's gonna be an outside fire show, and I was like, man, that means I can't use my lightsaber because they want fire, you know. I was already thinking about that, like, damn, I'm ready to take this thing out and try some shit, you know. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, all right, guys. So I'm gonna open up for a couple more questions, just a few more questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. So we got Halloween, Samhain, whatever your favorite name for the holiday is, coming up really, really soon. And people have been mentioning seance and this and that. And we might see. I might just see because I am in the perfect spot for something like that. Okay, so we'll see. I might just do some type of spirit working or seance or something special for Halloween since I'm in Second Salem. You know, I feel like it's mandatory. That's if I'm not hosting a Halloween party, which is the other option, is to throw a Halloween party for the kids. So we're going to see. Maybe I'll do both. Rowdy says, I know a girl who could fit that whole thing up her butt. Wow.
I would pay to see that.
Nick Hancock. I heard lightsaber. Yes, you did, sir. Bingo. This is the Life Force Saber. One of a kind. contact saber, perfectly balanced for all kinds of super cool tricks that can only be done with this sucker here. I'll be doing some videos and teaching videos. I'll be spinning it and doing all the cool Jedi tricks you've ever seen from Star Wars movies with this thing, and teaching everybody how to be total badasses, okay? But it's also good for dealing with stress, PTSD, working out, you name it, okay? This is the battle tool for a lot of stuff, all right? So yeah, this is the Life Force Saber. I'm going to be making these custom sized for each person because not everybody is the same size and can use the same size sword. And I will be make them.
That's what she said.
Shut up, Bran. And then I will be doing them with custom colors and custom grips as well. You know. So, ladies, get your custom size sword right now. No, it's good.
Wink, wink.
It glows in the dark. Don't have to worry about losing this one. Steven. It's made out of bulletproof glass. I don't know if I mentioned that also. This thing's actually made from bulletproof glass, so it's super duper durable. Damn hard to break. I mean, I really tried, and all I could do was crack this fucking thing. And then I just glued it back together, and it's perfectly fine again. So, so anyway, super duper durable. Could not be broken by kids. It took a grown ass man swinging it like a jackass to put a crack in that thing. Okay.
To the jackass.
Where I find one. Jared Killsby, I am making these made to order. These are custom made, handmade by me, made to order. Okay? So if you would like one, just let me know. Just contact me through DM because I'm in Facebook jail. I'm on my wife's account right now. So contact me through DM and I will make one up for you. Okay? Steven says it comes in different sizes for all peoples. Its shaft glows so you have no issues finding the holes.
I gotta use these.
It's actually the shaft, this spot right here on the shaft lets you know where to grip it with your middle finger so you can control the balance point, okay, of the sword. So when you're using it, you get that perfect sensation, that perfect the perfect spinning sensation. Nick Hancock, why not learn to forge an actual sword? Because you can't walk down the street with one of those motherfuckers in America where I live. Otherwise, they send out these assholes called the police, and, you know, they kill black people in this fucking country. So, you don't walk down the street with real swords where I come from. Okay? That, and most of the time, if you try spinning a real sword the way that I'm going to, you probably chop your nuts off. But, I mean, you could try it if you want. I would recommend learning with one of these first.
They hurt less.
I actually have studied martial arts for a very long time. There's some members here that have studied also. And if you go to a dojo anywhere in the world, there's nobody that's going to hand your ass a real sword and let you spin it around. You got to learn with a stick first, okay? Or something safe first before you chop yourself up, okay? But yeah, so that is why. That is why you learn one of these first. So cool. All right, guys. With that said, I've been on for like 47 minutes. My kids are screaming to bloody murder outside. So I'm going to wrap it up. All right. Much love. Much, much love. I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to see that. He says in Texas, swords are legal. Yeah. But again, that goes back to that practice
Sword
thing.
guns.
Just because swords and guns are legal doesn't mean people know how to use them. Okay. You can blow your balls off with a gun too if you don't know gun safety. You can cut your fucking balls off with a sword if you don't know sword safety. So you got to learn the ropes first, and that's the point of these practice weapons. Okay. And so what's cooler than practicing with a lightsaber? I mean, you can get wooden swords, but this one's much cooler. All right. So there you go. Much love. I will see you guys in the next one.